Yo, what's up, Gen X? Listen, you've been obsessing lately over what it is you're going to do to create the freedom and the time that you want to enjoy this second half of your life, this second act. What is it going to look like? And you know that entrepreneurship is a way to go. You've been hearing all the hoopla about how to leverage AI. You've been hearing about how to turn your gift, your experience, like you've been on this planet for 50, 55, 60 years. You've accumulated this wealth of information, but you don't know how to package and present it to the marketplace. Well, if you've been following along, we've been talking a lot about using sales funnels and automations. And today I'm going to give you the top 7 reasons. This is going to be a 2-part series. I'm going to do part 1 today of the top 7 reasons that funnels typically do not work so that you can avoid these mistakes. And I'm going to let you look over the shoulder as we hop into ChatGPT and get ChatGPT to create some of these assets for us so that when you start packaging your information into some sort of course or digital product, ebook, cheat sheet, white papers, or whatever the case is, you'll know exactly what not to do in terms of getting your sales funnel to work perfectly well for you so you can turn clicks into cash flow. So I need you to do me a huge favor. Comment in the chat where you're from. Drop the name of your business or your brand. Smash that subscribe button, that follow button on TikTok, and let's kick it this morning. Ladies and gentlemen, welcome to another episode of Over the Shoulder with Cortez Hustle, the only show on the internet designed to help you develop the right mindset, skill set, and tool set to create the passive income empire that you desire. And when I say empire, I do mean empire. I'm not talking about a couple little trickles of passive income. That's been my experience over the last 5 or 6 years. But now I'm ready to scale that thing up to 6 figures per month. And I believe that I can do it with the help of some of these cool AI powered tools like sales funnels, like the right passive income business model, like free content platforms like YouTube and TikTok. And I believe if you want to take your passive income to a whole nother level, then you definitely want to tap in with your boy, because that's what 2025 and beyond is all about for me. I'm about to buy my freedom papers, ladies and gentlemen, by creating passive income for myself. You can learn more about what I'm doing over at secretAItoolkit.com. That is a platform that I'm using to build out all of my digital assets, as well as to sell services to other entrepreneurs. Today is going to be a short one, but it's going to be a powerful one. And I want to break down some of the top reasons that sales funnels may not be working for you if you try to use them. And then tomorrow we're going to do part 2. And then on Wednesday, we're actually going to get into an actual sales funnel build out. You guys watch me build a hero page, those of you who have been around for a minute, but we're going to build out a sales funnel for the latter part of the week. I meant Thursday. On Thursday, Thursday and Friday, we're actually going to build out the sales funnel. So let's jump into exactly why your sales funnel may not be working if you have one. Secret number 1, your funnel is only as good as your follow-up. See, a lot of people believe that if I get people to a sales funnel and I make them an offer, they're going to close. Let me tell y'all something, man. 92 to 96% of people, when they encounter your offer for the very first time, they are either not in position to buy financially. They may not trust you enough to buy initially. There's a whole host of reasons where people will not pull their card out and swipe or enter their details for you the first time they encounter you. However, that does not mean they will never buy. But if you, like me, early on in my journey, not only would I get people to my sales funnel, I would get their name and phone number, and guess what, y'all? I never follow up. Do not make that mistake, y'all. Most sales happen on day 5 and not day 1. But if you get someone's information, you get them to your site and they don't buy at that point, and you have 0 follow-up game, like what used to be my case, they would never get to day 5 because I wasn't following up. So their day 5 was actually with someone else. So I got them going and someone else reaped the harvest. So 80% of people won't buy on the first page. Email follow-up bridges the gap between curiosity and conversions. And your fortune is truly indeed in the follow-up and not so much the front end. Now, if you're using things like YouTube, long form content, you could stand a better chance of getting that conversion on the front end because they're getting to know, like, and trust you via your content. So if you're like me, I'm here every day sharing the wisdom, proving that I know what I'm talking about, showing you guys how to do and how to execute on these various things. So by the time someone goes to my sales funnel, there is a lot more trust than the average. But the sales funnel is not just for the people who are coming from your content. If you're sending cold traffic to a sales funnel, the whole purpose of the sales funnel is to warm those people up, right? And they might not get warm enough to pull out their credit card the first time they buy. If you look at your numbers in terms of your website visitors, you'll notice that you might have 200 visitors to a website, right? When you launch something. But out of those 200, only 50 of them are unique. What does that mean? That means somebody is coming back to that page over and over and over again, right? They're trying to build up that trust with you. They're trying to really get to know and see what it is that you're offering. And if you can be trusted, can you deliver? So that first instance of them landing on your offer page may not do it for them. But if you're capturing their name, phone number, and email address, if you're retargeting them via advertisement so that you can continue to put good, valuable information in front of them to build up that relationship, then you, my friend, are on your way to creating more revenue. And guess what? It's not like you have to go into your email system and send them an email and craft it every day. No, you build out your email follow-up sequence. For me, it's usually 5 to 7 days worth of emails. I want to show up for them every day in those first 5 days after that initial contact. Beyond the first 5 days, then they go into my email, my newsletter sequence where I'm just sending them value on a regular basis. Again, the name of the game is to create that know, like, and trust factor, y'all. Listen to me when I tell y'all, you are in 3 businesses, whether you want to be or not, right? Gary Vaynerchuk is famous for talking about the fact that every company should treat themselves like a marketing company / whatever it is that they do, right? So I'm a marketing company / software solutions provider. I'm a marketing company / business coach and strategist. I want y'all to really wrap your minds around that, because some of us are taking the opportunities to market and get in front of our ideal customers. We're taking it for granted, y'all. The second business that you're in, whether you want to be or not, you're in a tech business. I know some of y'all keep screaming how you not tech savvy. Listen, y'all, it is 2025. The internet is 30 years old. The personal computer a little older than that. And you still talking about you not tech savvy? You don't do computers? Social media is 20 years old. You still talking about you don't do social media? Stop it, y'all. Like, and I'm talking specifically to my generation. I know we came up in the analog world and then watched the transition into the digital world, but that's no excuse, y'all. I said yesterday, and I'm gonna say it again, man, these jobs ain't loyal. There was a time where our parents and our grandparents, they worked at the same company for 40 years, didn't have no college degree, a high school diploma. Some of them didn't even have a high school diploma, but they can get on with the local factory. That local factory paid them well, treated them well, stayed loyal to them. They were able to raise a family, even send children to college. That's not the economy that we're living in today. And knowing that, for me, makes me want to take my income into my own hands. I believe that every single one of us needs an income that we own and control. You might have a primary income on a job, but you better have some income coming in somewhere else that you own and control. I was just sharing with my assistant operations manager this morning before we jumped on. Is like, okay, we need more revenue coming into the business. I can control that by doing what? Going out getting more leads. Because it's a numbers game. If I get more leads, eventually I'm going to convert more of those leads into paying customers. Boom, I'm in control of my income. A sales funnel will do that for you, but you cannot allow the technology to scare you. Like, come on, y'all. It's 2025, right? Secret number 2, funnels are psychology, not just pages. See, a good funnel builder is taking into consideration all of the psychological triggers that's related to moving someone through a customer journey and getting them to come out the other side as a paying customer. You might start out barely knowing me because maybe you saw a little bit of one of my videos, you saw a reel or a TikTok, and 45 seconds you said, let me click the link in the bio. But you don't know anything about me for real, if that's your first encounter with me. But you go to the link in the bio and you start reading the page. At the top of the page, you're getting to know the problem that I saw. By the end, at the bottom of the page, the psychology in the sales funnel says you're introduced to me at the top of the page. By the bottom of the page, we're best friends and you're ready to do business with me. That's the type of psychology you should be expecting to have in your sales funnel. One of the things that is really popular is the idea of what's called micro commitments that lead to macro purchases. See, when I get you to go to my sales funnel, you just committed just a little bit. When I get you to go from this video and you go click the link in my bio, that's called a micro commitment. You just said yes to me, right? And then if you start going through the content on my sales funnel and then you click to put in your name, phone number, and email address, you just said yes one more time. See, this is all psychological. They're called micro commitments. When you can get someone to agree with the problem that you're solving. So when you go to secretaitoolkit.com, you'll see that the problem we have is these jobs ain't loyal. For Gen Xers, we're looking for a legacy type business that we can build a passive income empire from. And you're seeing that on the page. And you're saying, okay, yes, I agree that something has to change. I'm getting closer to retirement age and I'm not satisfied with what retirement is looking like for me over the next 5, 10, 15, 20 years. That's me talking to me personally. I am not satisfied with what I have in place right now. If I had to retire today, I wouldn't make it. I had to go get me another job. Right? So I'm looking for what am I going to build in these next 5 years. I know I've got technically 18 years to retire, right? I'm 50. If retirement age is 65, 68, 70 years old, that's 18 to 20 years, right? But I don't want to take the whole 18 to 20 years to build something special. I want to get it done in the next 5 so I can enjoy 15 years in a profitable retirement situation where I got time freedom and financial freedom. So when you're setting your funnels up, it's a series of micro commitments. Yes, 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 yes. So by the time they get to the big commitment, they've said yes so many times that it's yes to your final offer and they go ahead and make the purchase. The key, y'all, is guiding belief and not pushing the product. When you go to my funnels, you're going to believe that, you know what? I do know a lot of small local business owners. And I do realize that they don't have a huge budget, but they can afford $300, $500 a month for me to help them get more customers in the door. And I realized that this is something that I can actually get good at. This is something that I can actually put my name on and feel good about. This is something I can train my children up in and how to do. And if I stick with it, I could see myself with 100 customers on a $500 a month plan where they're getting what they want out of the deal. I can see me easily making $20,000, $30,000, $40,000 a month doing this, right? Starting with my own local community and then spreading out to the bigger city at large, and then traveling around in my state, helping local businesses all in my state, and then in my region, and then maybe having some businesses on the East Coast and the West Coast. Yeah, I can see this, right? Guiding belief down a pathway to where people not only start to believe in the solution and the benefits that you're providing, you have to sprinkle in there how you're going to help them. So not only am I guiding the belief that this is possible, it's possible for me, and I believe this dude right here is going to be able to help me every step of the way, right? And then you got two primary frameworks. You got the AIDA framework and then the PAS framework, or copywriting formulas that drive every single decision. So we're going to hop into ChatGPT and we're going to use ChatGPT to create some psychological, emotion evoking copy that will go on a sales funnel. And the last of our 3 secrets today, come back tomorrow. I'm going to give you 4 more secrets. And then if we have time, we'll start actually building the funnel tomorrow, but definitely Thursday and Friday, we're going to dedicate to actually letting you watch over my shoulder as I build out each page in the actual sales funnel. And y'all know how I do. I'm going to go find a good model of a sales funnel to kind of leverage and pull in some assets and let y'all see every step of the way, right? Third secret, the invisible funnel strategy. Sometimes not showing a funnel is the actual funnel. What do I mean? How many of you guys, give me a 10 in the comment if you've ever been to Costco's and got free samples, right? Most of us don't realize that those free samples is part of the top of the funnel. What do you think about that? And give me a 20 in the comments if you got the free sample and then went and bought a box of whatever that is that they were sampling, right? I can put a 20 in there, like them little I don't know, taquitos or quesadillo. It was something that, man, them mugs was so good that not only did I go and I got the I went and got the sample. I sent my wife back so she can get a sample too. So I had 2 samples, and then I'm like, man, let me just go buy this mug. go get a box of these, right? That was a funnel. But we think that a funnel is only a series of web pages in sequential order. No, there's a lot. There's a lot of different types of funnels. How many of you guys have ever bought something from an infomercial? Give me a 30 in the comments if you've ever been up late night hanging out. I see some 10s. I see some 20s in here. You ever been up late night? Give me a 30 in the comments and something came across your TV. Man, we got the best vitamins in the world. Man, get this shark vacuum or get this, whatever this thing is, whatever that thing is. Y'all, that's a funnel. It funneled you right on through and got you on a phone call. You pull up and you got on that phone call, and guess what? The person on the other end of that phone call read the exact same script that they got to everybody else, that they told everybody else that night. I used to work in a call center for where I was a supervisor over a team where we sold Guthy Ranker products, right? Some of you guys know Guthy Ranker, right? She was a big infomercial influencer, right? Even before we knew the term influencer. She would put her name on all kinds of products. And our team was responsible for fielding those calls at 4 a.m. when you not always in your right mind in the middle of the night for whatever reason, no judgment here. And you pick up your phone and you call that number and you punch in your credit card number and you buy, right? Say, man, those body and soul CDs were the truth. I'm telling you. That's exactly what I'm talking about, man. So that was a funnel, y'all. Remember, it's just a guided process that takes someone on a journey from introducing yourself to them all the way through the process of closing a sale. And there could be other people involved in that process, but it's a designed, strategic process, whether it's on the internet, off the internet. Like, come on. How many of you guys buy Girl Scout cookies? That's a year-long funnel. If you ever bought Girl Scout cookies, you have been in a year-long funnel. They only bring the cookies out once a year, certain time. They get you in anticipation of these cookies. They get these micro commitments. When you start seeing Girl Scouts, you start saying, yes, 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 I can't wait. That's a funnel, y'all. You just can't see it. So I want you to think about your guided process, right? Funnels don't always have to have opt-in pages. Email mini courses, value first DMs, or a product podcast call to action can be just as effective as a funnel. Like, you guys are in my funnel right now. You're at the top of my funnel right now. That's why I keep telling you to click the link in my bio. Go to secretAItoolkit.com, right? I'm getting to a place where I'm not getting a lead every day, but those leads are starting to come through that funnel, 3 times a week. And if I keep putting out content, keep putting out value, keep telling y'all to go there, more and more people are going to go there, right? Because your marketing efforts compound. This is perfect for warm audiences who already trust you, right? So let's jump into ChatGPT real quick. As you guys know, we built out a mock product around a 30-day fitness program or something like that. So I'm gonna pull up ChatGPT, and if I can find my irresistible offer, let me see. All right. So what did we say that step 1 was? You got to make sure that you are creating a follow-up series or a follow-up sequence of some sort. So the first prompt we're going to put into ChatGPT is we're going to ask ChatGPT to create a 3-part follow-up email sequence for our product. So let me get you to our screen share so you can see what chat spits out on the other side, right? Oh, crap. I didn't mean that. I meant to add that to the stage, not remove it. All right. So let me open this up just a little bit so you guys can see it, screenshot this prompt. But this prompt is very basic. It's nothing spectacular. But this is how you prompt ChatGPT. It says, write a 3-part follow-up email sequence for a $27 tripwire funnel. And then I'm going to change this because this is they gave me this for myself, but I'm going to change this to the product that we're talking about, funnel targeting busy moms for our 30-day fat loss blueprint. This is how simple it is to get you some content from ChatGPT, y'all. We don't have to make any of this stuff complicated, right? So here's a persuasive, value-packed 3-part follow-up email sequence designed to convert busy moms who didn't purchase your $27 30-day fat loss tripwire. This sequence builds trust, addresses objections, and includes call to action without sounding too pushy. Email number 1, what if it could be easy? Subject line, weight loss doesn't have to be so hard. And then it goes into this whole thing, right? And then it provides a link to take them back to your sales page so they can purchase, right? Then you got a PS. This isn't another program to collect dust. It's a step-by-step plan that meets you where you are and gets you real results in 30 days. Then more value. Email number 2. The number one reason busy moms struggle to lose weight. Building that relationship, identifying with them, right? Remember what we said. The person who can describe the problem the best or communicate the problem the best is by default assumed to have the best solution. So here, this email is communicating that problem, right? So what does that do? That creates a relationship. When I hear you communicate my problem in a way that I can't even articulate it myself, what does that make me feel? Oh, you know something about this problem. You must have, if not the answer, you must at least have an answer, right? So we've got emails, right? What else can we do? All right, let me get back down to my blueprint for y'all. All right, wait a minute. I lost my place on my notes. Hang in there. Hold on. All right, there we go. All right, so now that's your email sequence, right? Your funnel is only as good as your follow-up. Now let's talk about some psychology, right? Let's talk about some psychology. So if you're going to make money with a funnel, your landing page is critically important. You guys agree? So now I'm going to say write a PAS style landing page headline and sub headline for a low ticket offer. And I'm going to change this again. That helps busy moms lose fat. And what I typically do, and I didn't do it this time, I should have told it to give me 3 to 5 variations so you have something to choose from. All right, let's see what ChatGPT came up with for us, right? Headline, tired of trying to lose weight with no time, no energy, and no results? Subheadline, discover the 30-day fat loss blueprint designed just for busy moms. Burn fat, boost energy, and feel amazing in just 15 minutes a day. No strict dieting or gym required, right? So what is the PAS copywriting formula? P stands for problem, A stands for agitate, and S stands for solution. Problem, tired of trying to lose weight with no time, right? No energy and no results. That's the problem and the agitation. What is the solution? This 30-day blueprint, right? So now if I follow ChatGPT's prompt, want a full landing page to go with it, I could build it out using this structure as the hook. I'm going to say yes. Like when y'all realize that this technology is learning and growing, it's just like there's no excuse for you to not have an amazing funnel when you got everything at your fingertips. So now it's writing out the copy for an entire landing page, right? If you're a busy mom struggling to drop the extra pounds, this is for you. Problem, you're struggling, you're juggling everything: work, family, errands, meals, appointments. Agitation, you're not failing, the system you've tried are. Solution, now it built a whole page. Last but not least, let's pull in our third prompt. So now, again, if I have a list of people that I already know and I know that they're interested in losing weight, this is create a 3-part email mini course that leads to a $97 digital product helping, and I'm going to do it again, busy moms lose fat without dieting or long gym sessions. So now I'm telling it to do what's called an e-course, right? E-courses were a huge, huge thing in terms of their popularity. They are still a huge thing, hugely effective. Us people in the marketing world, though, we just don't talk about everything that we're doing that's effective, right? So here's your email mini course. This is more of a step-by-step blueprint. It's like, hey, you can read this and you can take these actions and you're going to get results, but you might want to go ahead and grab our $97 course as a more in-depth way to do that, right? So let's look at this. Email number 1, the truth about fat loss no one talks about. What if fat loss isn't about dieting or working out harder? So now it's going through and it's giving them a game plan. Email 2, the 15-minute formula that actually works. How to burn fat in just 15 minutes. Boom. It's called the Busy Mom Fat Loss Framework. Here's a sneak peek. Short, targeted workouts, simple meals built around what you are already eating, quick daily mindset shifts that keep you motivated without guilt. And then number 3, the missing piece that makes it all work. Right? Burn fat in 15 minutes a day, eat well without strict dieting. And now it's pushing them to the course. Ladies and gentlemen, if you are not making money online with sales funnels or any other way, and you not in our free online community, you are slipping on your pimping, my friend. Click the link in the bio. There's 2 things I want you to pay attention to. I help people make money with Go High Level. Whether you already have a business and you need a system to build sales funnels with, you can do that with Go High Level. Or you don't have a business and you want to use Go High Level as your own software to sell marketing services and solutions to small businesses. Either way, you need to go to secretAItoolkit.com to learn more or click the link in the bio. That's going to do it for us today. We got part 2 of the other 7 secrets to a funnel that nobody is talking about. And then on Thursday, we're actually going to build out a simple sales funnel so you guys can see how we pull all of these things in. We add images from Canva. We're going to go through the whole 9 yards, man. We're going to help y'all understand the power in these sales funnels. And it's the best way to sell your knowledge. Even if you don't have your knowledge in a digital format, like maybe you have not recorded videos and put it in a course yet. You don't have to. You can sell it first and then record the first delivery of it and make it work like that. Oh, there's so much to this stuff, man. But what we got to stop doing, though, is making these excuses. Let me put this in the comments for you guys. If you want to join me in open office hours, it's cortezhustle.com/open office hours. And we're going to open up the Zoom room. We'll be in there until noon today. So from right now until noon, which is about 24 minutes, you can ask me questions. I'll help you build your business. I'll help you with marketing strategies, tips, whatever you need. That's why we do this. And we open up the Zoom room every day around this time. So cortezhustle.com/open office hours. Hope to see you in there. Until then, I want you to get your money up because you absolutely can do it. But more importantly, you deserve to do it, each and every single one of you. Now hustle up. Yo, real quick, if you're catching this live, then you can hustle on over to cortezhustle.com/open office hours to join us in a private Zoom room to get your questions answered. If you're watching this on the replay, then YouTube thinks you should watch this video next. And don't forget to hit the smiley face to subscribe to the channel and check out cortezhustle.com if you want to join our free community.